Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight we're going to see who's a $50 winner in our violence awareness Who Wants to Be a Millionaire $50 air show. First contestant will be drawn by Ada Vatcher.
Shane Walsh.
And Shane Walsh is our first contestant. Just to give you an idea, Shane, what we're going to be doing here this evening is there's 10 questions, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 questions with a total of $50 possibly to be won. The same rules apply as Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. You can, is there a poll of the audience in this? Two lifelines in this one, sorry. Phone a friend and 50-50. So if you're ready, is the audience ready? Let's play Who Wants to Be a $50 Heir. In the nursery rhyme, oh, just a second here. The $1 question is, in the nursery rhyme, the old woman who lived in a shoe, what did the little old woman in the shoe do to her children? A, she whipped them. B, she gave them away. C, she took them to a party. Or D, she taught them at school. Say it in your head, think about it.
I'd like to use a lifeline.
Okay, which one would you like to use?
I'd like to use 50-50.
Okay, we'll take away C and D. She whipped them or she gave them away?
I'm going to say B, she gave them away.
Ooh, sorry. She whipped them all soundly and put them to bed. So the answer was A, she whipped them. Okay, thank you, Shane. Okay, contestant number 2 is going to be
Mark Dunford.
Okay, Mark, like I told Shane, the 2 lifelines are 50-50 and phone a friend. So if you're ready, the question, what type of abuse did Cinderella face? A, she was not abused. B, emotional abuse. C, sexually abused. Or D, she was murdered.
I would say B, emotional abuse.
We have a right answer. You now have $1. You can't leave with any less than that.
Seriously?
And the next prize is worth $5.
I think I might want to quit. No.
That's totally up to yourself. I should have asked you. And I forgot to ask you if that was your final answer. But the next one, we're over the $1,000 mark now, so we'll ask if it's your final answer on the next question. Upon reporting incidents of violence to the police, you should do so, A, when the situation worsens, B, when the situation lessens, C, immediately, or D, when the cows come home.
C, immediately.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
That is correct. $5. Now the next question is worth $10. Remember, if you lose this one, you could lose $4 and go back to 1. If you get it, you're guaranteed to go home with 10. What is the name of the 13-year-old girl in Fleur-de-Lis that was brutally murdered? A, Pamela Walsh. B, Angela Mulch. C, Samantha Walsh. Or D, Rebecca Mulch.
C, Samantha Walsh.
And that's your final answer?
Yes, sir.
Very well, Mark. You have $10. What are you going to do with all this money if you win it?
Your cap, can't tell you. No, actually I'm getting the hockey pool, baseball pool this weekend.
Baseball pool.
Yeah, I'm going to pay for that.
So the next awareness will be gambling awareness, and we'll deal with that at a later date. The $15 question, Mark, if you're ready.
Yep.
Women find it difficult to leave abusive relationships because A, financial reasons, B, the children, C, fear for herself and others, or D, all of the above?
They're all good reasons, so I'll say D, all above.
Is that your final answer?
Yes, sir.
That is correct. The next question is worth $20, and it says, a stereotype can be A, negative only, B, positive only, C, negative or positive at the same time, and D, negative or positive.
There's a lot of negative stereotypes, and I guess there's positive stereotypes too, so I'll say it could be negative or positive D.
D? Is that your final answer?
Yes, sir.
That is correct. Mark's rolling right along here, ladies and gentlemen. He's going now for the $25 question, and if he gets that right, he can't leave with any less than that. And I might even, when he gets to the $25, I'll show him what the real money looks like. Emotional abuse, blank, leaves visible signs. A, always. B, never. C, seldom. D, most of the time.
Emotional abuse leaves visible signs. So it's just strictly emotional? No.
That's what it says, emotional abuse.
I guess you guys would do something, but just with strictly emotional abuse, I guess it would be B, never.
And is that your final answer?
I guess so.
Right. Seldom.
Ah.
Seldom is the right answer.
$10, no.
However, Mark gets $10, and now bring out the envelope, please. Not counterfeit. I can show that to you at another show. Thank you, Mark, very much. You were doing very, very well there. Okay, who is our next contestant, Ada?
Victor Benoit.
Victor. Okay, Victor, we got some questions for you. There's 2 lifelines available to you. You can phone a friend, or you can use the 50-50. The questions are here. As I read them off of my sheet, you can have them there in front of you to look at. And we'll start off with the $1 question. Are you ready? Okay. In the nursery rhyme Goldilocks, who frightened Goldilocks? A, 3 bears, B, 3 wolves, C, 3 woodcutters, or D, 3 dogs?
A, 3 bears.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Very good. You have won $1. You cannot leave here with less than that. Okay, the $5 question. A stereotype is A, a thing to play music on, B, a type of computer, C, a fixed or mistaken belief, or D, a religion in Asia?
C, a fixed or mistaken belief.
Final answer?
Yes.
Okay, $5. Now, the next question is worth $10, and if you win that, you can't go home with any less. Are you ready? Physical abuse does not involve A, intimidating, B, punching, C, biting, or D, confining someone.
A, intimidating.
Final answer?
Yes.
And that is correct. So you can't go home with any less than $10, Victor. Okay, now for the $15 question. Girls who see their mothers being abused often become A, straight A students, B, Shania Twain lookalikes, C, abusive, or D, battered women.
D, battered women.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
And that is correct. You now have $15. The next question is worth $20. What is the most common type of abuse suffered by seniors? A, physical abuse, B, sexual abuse, C, verbal abuse, or D, financial abuse?
Do you have the time?
The time?
20 to 7.
You've got two lifelines.
I'd like to use a lifeline. My phone a friend.
You phone a friend. And what's your friend's number?
2760. It's Miss Pink.
Okay. We'll get Newtel. We'll get Miss Pink on the line with the help of myself.
Hello?
Hello, Miss Pink.
Yes.
This is Ron Caldwell phoning you from Who Wants to Be a $50 Winner.
Okay.
I have Victor Benoit here with me.
Okay.
And he would like to use your vast amount of knowledge that I think he was trying to win some brownie points at school because of
I
the way,
believe so.
the way he's been talking about you, but he says that you should be able to help him here.
I hope I can.
Now he has a $20 question that he's going to read to you with 4 possible answers. I know you can't see us right now, but when you hear the voice you'll have 30 seconds. Are you ready,
Okay.
Victor?
Yeah. What is the most common type of abuse suffered by seniors? A. Physical abuse. B. Sexual abuse. C. Verbal abuse. Or D. Financial abuse.
But, Victor, I didn't hear the choices.
How about if I read them to you?
Okay, yeah, because Victor's cutting out.
Yeah, he's too far away. What is the most common type of abuse suffered by seniors? A. Physical abuse. B. Sexual abuse. C. Verbal abuse. Or D. Financial abuse.
Oh gosh, it's just a guess. I think I would go with verbal abuse,
Time's up.
but it's only a guess. Tell him.
Cut her out.
Okay, she says it's a guess and verbal abuse is her answer.
Well, verbal abuse is what I was thinking, so I'd like to go. I'd like to go with verbal abuse. C.
Uh-oh. It is D. Financial abuse.
Okay.
Well, Victor, you still have $10. And you can have words with Miss Pink at school tomorrow.
Thank you.
Who's our next contestant? What was the name again?
Kristen.
Kristen?
Yeah.
Okay, Kristen. You know the rules. We have 2 lifelines, 50-50 and phone a friend. We'll start off with a $1 question. If someone threatens or harms you or your children, you can A. Call the police. B. Go to a shelter. C. Pursue criminal charges. Or D. All of the above.
D. All of the above.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Okay. First of all, yeah, so we can make sure we can hear you. The next question is a $5 question, and you can't leave with any less than the $1 that you've already won. What caused Sleeping Beauty to fall asleep? A. She pricked her finger. B. She took sleeping pills. C. She was tired. Or D. She was shot. Now think back to your fairy tales and see if you can remember this one.
Is it B? She took sleeping pills?
Ooh, I'm sorry. No, she pricked her finger. A was the right answer. Okay, the next questions, or the next contestant is?
Julia Benoit.
Okay, our next contestant is Julia, and we start off with the $1 question. And the question is, children whose mothers are abused often grow up in a family atmosphere of A. Love and tenderness, B. Fear and intimidation, C. Good times and laughter, or D. Playing Nintendo 64.
B.
B? Is that your final answer? And that is correct. Next is the $5 question. In the story, Hansel and Gretel, who attempted to murder Hansel and Gretel? A. An evil stepmother. B. An evil spider. C. An evil witch. Or D. No one.
C.
C is your final answer?
Yeah.
And that is correct. Okay, the next is a $10 question, and if you answer that, you can't leave with any less than $10. Boys who see their mothers being abused often become A, non-abusive, B, good mentors, C, depressed, or D, abusive to their partners.
D.
And D is your final answer, and that is correct. Okay, next is the $15 question. Are you ready for this? Okay, if you lose, you'll go back to $10. Abuse tends to A, depreciate, B, repeat and escalate, C, decline, or D, explode.
B.
Is B your final answer? And B is correct. You now have $15. And $15 looks like this. So that is yours if you decide that you are leaving or wish to not answer the next question. The $20 question is, what will stop sexual harassment in the workplace? A, telling a friend or co-worker. B, confront the harasser. C, excuse me, I misread the question. What will not stop sexual harassment in the workplace? And not stop. A, telling a friend or coworker. B, confront the harasser. C, document incidents of the advance. Or D, do nothing and the harassment will stop.
D.
Is that your final answer? And that is correct. The next question is worth $25, and if you get that one, you can't leave with any less than that. So we're working our way up into the big money. The $25 question is, rape is a crime of violence that is motivated by A, a desire to dominate, B, sexual interest, C, drugs, or D, neither A nor B. You have your 2 lifelines. This is an important level because if you get this, you can't go home with any less than the $25.
I'll let choose my phone friend.
Phone a friend. And who is your phone a friend?
Miss Pink.
Miss Pink. I hope she's at home. Hello, Miss Pink.
Yes.
It's Ron Caldwell again. You have lots of friends in this town.
Oh, no, I don't know. Maybe have none tomorrow.
You have Julia Bemois here, and she has a question for you. She's in the same place as Victor was. Actually, she's going for $25, sorry. I'll read the question to you with 4 possible answers.
Okay.
And you have 30 seconds starting now. Rape is a crime of violence that is motivated by A, a desire to dominate, B, sexual interest, C, drugs, or D, neither A nor B.
A was what? The desire to dominate?
Yes.
That would be my choice.
And how sure are you, Julia wants to know?
Well, it's not sexual interest and it's not drugs.
Okay, so you're pretty sure then that
Well,
A is...
yeah, I'm not sure. Neither A nor B, right?
Okay, time is up.
Well, I'll go with A.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
And A is correct. You have now $25. You can't go home with any less than that, Julia. The next question, and we're now 1, 2, 3, 4 questions away from the $50 grand prize. The next question is worth $30. Are you ready? You only have 1 lifeline left. Taking advantage of a woman who is mentally or physically incapable of giving consent is called A, or taking sexual advantage of a woman who is mentally or physically incapable of giving consent is called A, assault, B, rape, C, murder, or D, deranged?
B.
B. Is that your final answer? And that is correct. You're only 3 questions away from the grand prize, Julia. Are you ready for the $35 question? Okay. What statistic best represents the number of sexual abusers who are male? A, 40%, B, 70%, C, 90%, or D, 80%?
I'd like to use my 50-50.
Okay, we will take away A and B. The 2 choices are now 90% or 80%.
I'm going to stop.
You're going to stop. So you're going to take your $30 and go home. Okay, Julia. You did very well tonight. Thank you for being a contestant. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, there was $30 given away on that one. Julia knew her answers very well. The next contestant is going to be
Tyler Dominic.
Get your microphone hooked up there, Tyler, and when you're ready, we'll have your questions for you. We'll start off with the $1 question. In the Bugs Bunny show, who tried to kill the Roadrunner? A, Elmer Fudd, B, Tweety Bird, C, Bugs Bunny, or D, Wile E. Coyote?
D.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
You look like a Bugs Bunny fan. Okay, on to the $5 question. If someone tells you that he or she has been abused, what is the proper thing to do? A, offer them a smoke. B, tell them to grow up. C, tell them don't have a cow, man. Or D, report the incident to the proper authorities.
D.
D, is that your final answer?
Yes, it is.
And that is correct. We're on to the $10 level now, Tyler, which is a very important one because you can't leave here with any less than that if you get that question right. Abused children often experience A, poor academic performance, B, difficulty in concentration, C, frequent absences, or D, all of the above. It's an important level, Tyler, and you have 2 lifelines if you'd like to use them.
I'm going to use my lifeline.
Which one would you like to use?
Call a friend.
Call a friend. And who is your friend?
Miss Pink.
Let me guess, 886-2760.
Hello?
Hello, Miss Pink.
Yes.
It's me again.
Oh, God.
You have Tyler Dominy here now. He's on the $10 question, which is an important one because if he gets that, he can't leave with any less. But don't feel there's any pressure on you to get this question right. The question is, and we have 30 seconds, I'll read it to you. Abused children often experience A, poor academic performance, B, difficulty in concentration, C, frequent absences, or D, all of the above?
All of the above.
You sound pretty sure on that.
I am.
Okay.
Okay, then.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
I don't even look at D, all of the above.
D, is that your final answer?
Yeah.
And that is correct. The next question is worth $15. Most often, victims of family violence are A, women, B, children, C, the elderly, or D, all of the above?
I'm going to say A, women.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
I'm sorry, it's all of the above.
Oh.
And I am sorry it's all of the above, but that's the facts of it. So you have $10. Spend it wisely.
Corey Stein.
Sorry, the next contestant is?
Corey Stein.
Corey? Okay, Corey, we got some questions for you. Possibility of winning $50. I'll read the questions and 4 answers. You know you have 2 lifelines. You can phone a friend or you can use a 50-50. The first question is, whose house did the wolf try to blow down? A, the 3 little hens. B, the 3 little bears. C, the 3 little pigs. Or D, the 3 little monkeys.
C.
And is that your final answer?
Yes.
And that is correct. Okay, the next question is worth $5. Violence against women can also be known as A, wife abuse. B, spousal assault. C, women abuse. Or D, all of the above.
D, all the above.
And is that your final answer? You took some time to think about that one, Corey?
Yes.
And that is correct. The next question is worth $10, and if you get that, you can't go home with any less than the 10. Dating violence can occur against A, men and women. B, men only. C, women only. Or D, dogs only.
A, men and women.
A, is that your final answer?
Yes.
And that is correct. You're guaranteed to go home with the $10, Corey. So we'll keep that out on the table so you can see it and think about your next level. Okay, the next one is worth $15. 75% of men and 55% of women involved in incidents of date rape had been engaging in what activity? A, dancing. B, walking. C, smoking. Or D, drinking.
D, drinking.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
And that is correct. The next question is worth $20. And that's one of these pretty green ones, so that if you win or get the next question, you can. That's your prize. Which of the following are possible effects of watching violent pornography for male viewers? A, increased acceptance of violence against women. B, increased acts of rape against women. C, increased tendency to use painful means of punishing women. Or D, both A and C. You still have your 2 lifelines left if you think you need it, or you can save them for the more money questions.
Can you repeat the question, please?
Sure, I can. Which of the following are possible effects of watching violent pornography for male viewers? A, increased acceptance of violence against women. B, increased acts of rape against a woman. C, increased tendency to use painful means of punishing women. Or D, both A and C.
Say D.
And D is your final answer?
Yes.
And that is correct. The next question, Corey, is worth $25, and if you get that, you can't go home with any less. Kids who live in homes where there is violence, A, soon forget about what they saw. B, often feel they are to blame for the violence. C, are not affected by the violence. Or D, seldom know about the violence. You still have your 2 lifelines, 50-50 and phone a friend.
B.
B, is that your final answer?
Yes.
And B is correct. And Corey, you now have $25 guaranteed to go home with at least that amount. Okay? So we can put that, that's just like that check that you see. It's only, it's not a check. This is the real stuff. Okay, the $30 question. If a young child tells you that he or she has been sexually abused, you should A, express your anger or disgust, B, confront the person who assaulted your child, D, question your child about the details of the abuse, C, question your child about the details of the abuse, or D, believe your child no matter what they tell you.
I'll let you use the lifeline.
Which one would you like to use? 50-50 or phone a friend?
50-50.
50-50. Okay. So we will take away A and B, leaving C, question your child about the details of the abuse, or D, believe your child no matter what they tell you.
What's that left?
Pardon?
Which one's left?
C and D, question your child about the details of the abuse, or D, believe your child no matter what they tell you. You still have one more lifeline.
Is this in the shoes of a parent if he tells you something? Or is it as another adult?
It says your child
Right.
in the question, in the answer.
Call a friend.
And who would that be?
Lewis Batcher.
And his number is?
2844.
Hello?
Hello, Mr. Vatcher.
Yes.
It's Ron Caldwell from You Want to Win $50.
Okay.
I've got Corey Symes here,
Okay.
and he's at the $30 level, and he's got a question and 2 answers. Now, due to his distance from the phone, I'll read you the questions, but we have 30 seconds starting now.
Okay, go ahead.
If a young child tells you that he or she has been sexually abused, you should C, question your child about the details of the abuse, or D, believe your child no matter what they tell you.
Oh, goodness gracious. I think probably, I would think C, but you can tell him that I'm not absolutely sure.
Okay, Corey, he thinks it's C, but he's not absolutely sure. And your time is up.
I got nothing to lose, so I'll say C.
And the answer is D. You should believe your child no matter what they tell you.
All right.
Okay? But you do have $25. Corey, there you go. Okay, our next contestant is Billy Courtney. We've got some questions, possibility of winning $50 on the subject of violence awareness. First question is worth $1, and it is, who attacked Little Red Riding Hood? A dog, B, a bear, C, a woodcutter, or D, a wolf?
D, a wolf.
Final answer?
Final answer.
And that is correct. The next question is worth $5. Abused women often come from what background? A, Inuit background, B, Irish background, C, many different backgrounds, or D, Catholic background?
C, many different backgrounds.
Final answer?
Final answer.
And that is correct. In the movie Old Yeller, what happened to the dog? A, he was shot, B, he was set free, C, he won first prize in the dog show, or D, he ran away?
A, he was shot.
Final answer?
Final answer.
And A, he was shot, is correct. You cannot leave with any less than $10 now, Billy. So the next question is worth $15. Ready? Okay. The use of force without consent is A, not a crime, B, a crime, C, hearsay, or D, illegitimate?
Like use lifeline, please.
Okay, which one would you like to use? 50-50 or phone a friend?
Use 50-50.
Okay. The use of force without consent is, we'll take away C and D. It's not a crime or a crime?
Take away C and D.
Yes. So leaving A, the use of force without consent is not a crime, or B, a crime?
I'll go B.
Final answer?
Final answer.
And that is correct. You have $15, Billy. Next question is worth $20. Bullies usually are A, people with high self-esteem, B, people who are insecure, C, people who pick on smaller or younger kids, or D, answers B and C? You have one lifeline left, Billy. This one's worth $20.
I'll go with D.
D, your final answer?
My final
And D is correct. So the next one's an important level, because if you get the 25, you can't go home with any less than that. When adolescents invest mental effort into watching television that depict crimes, they may A, not really enjoy the program as much, B, dismiss what they see as unrealistic, C, improve upon the crime they see and commit it themselves, and D, either B or C.
Like using our lifeline.
I guess you got phone a friend is what you've got left.
Yep.
Who do you want to phone?
Miss Penny.
Miss Penny.
1267.
Hello?
Hello, is Miss Penny there, please?
Yeah, 1 second.
Hello.
Hi, Miss Penny. This is Ron Caldwell from You Want to Win $50.
Hi.
I have Billy Courtney here with me, and he's chosen you as his phone a friend.
Okay.
He has a question worth $25,
Okay.
which is an important one, because if he wins that, he can't go home with any less, but he doesn't want to put any pressure on you. Now, he's sitting too far from the phone to read the question, so I'll read it to you myself.
Okay.
When adolescents invest mental effort into watching television that depicts crime, they may A, not really enjoy the program as much, B, dismiss what they see as unrealistic, C, improve upon the crime they see and commit it themselves, and D, either B or C.
Oh my goodness. Could you repeat the question?
I can. When adolescents invest mental effort into watching television that depicts crime,
Okay.
they may not really enjoy the program as much,
Okay.
dismiss what they see as unrealistic, improve upon the crime they see and commit it themselves, and D, either B or C.
I'm going to say D.
Time's up.
Well, I'll go Miss Penny. So D.
And D is right. And I think if I'd have been quicker on the phone, you might not have got her answer, but my fingers weren't working very fast. So, Billy, you have $25. You can't leave with any less than that. Are you ready for the $30 question? And you have no lifelines left, so you're on your own for the next 4 questions to take you to $50. The $30 question. The following is needed if we are to respond to the problem of violence. A, suspended sentence. B, undue influence. C, a plan of action. Or D, a warrant for arrest.
I'll go with D, warrant for arrest.
Final answer?
Final answer.
I'm sorry, it's C. We need a plan of action. We have to be ready for this in the future. But you won $25, Billy. Very well done. Green and blue go quite well together, don't they? There you go. But not as good. There's still an orange one waiting for somebody, so we got 2 more possible contestants left. And the next one is?
Monica Bowles.
Bowles? Okay, our next contestant is Monica. And we have some questions for her as well. Same lifelines as everybody else. Phone a friend or 50-50. And the possibility of winning $50. Question number 1, worth $1. In the fairy tale Snow White, how did the wicked stepmother try to kill Snow White? A, with a knife. B, she tried to strangle her. C, she poisoned her with an apple. Or D, with a gun.
C.
Final answer? And that is correct. The next question is worth $5. The majority of known abusers are A, aliens. B, female. C, male. Or D, dogs.
C, male.
Final answer? And male is correct. Unfortunately. $10. Important level. If you get that, you can't go home with any less. Physical abuse includes A, throwing snowballs. B, kicking. C, dancing. Or D, both answers A and B.
When you throw snowballs, do they hit them?
I would assume yes.
I'm going to go D.
Final answer? And D is correct. And if it doesn't hit them, it could be emotional because they may be scared. So the next one is worth $15. You're guaranteed to go home with 10. So parent abuse involves A, punching. B, yelling. C, threatening to commit suicide. Or D, all of the above.
D, all of the above.
Final answer? And D is correct. Next question is worth $20. One thing that spousal assault instances have in common is A, betrayal and neglect. B, power and control. C, rapport and self-esteem. Or D, none of the above. You still have your 2 lifelines, so.
B, power and control.
B, your final answer? And B is correct. You have $20, Monica. Next question is worth $25, and if you get that, you can't go home with any less than the $25. Young men tend to enjoy horror movies more when they are in the company of A, a visibly frightened woman of the same age, B, a visibly frightened older woman, C, a woman of the same age who does not appear frightened, or D, an older woman who does not appear frightened. You have your lifelines, and like I say, this is an important level because if you win this 25, then you can't go home with any less.
I'll use 50-50.
50-50? Young men tend to enjoy horror movies when they are A, or in the company of A, a visibly frightened woman of the same age, or C, a woman of the same age who does not appear frightened.
So A and C is left?
A and C are left, yes.
A.
A, your final answer? A is correct. And you're guaranteed to go home with $25, Monica. So there you are. That's what it looks like. Next question is worth $30. Are you ready? Okay. Ideally, who should interview a victim of child sexual abuse? A, a social worker, B, a teacher, C, a police officer, or D, both A and C?
D.
D, your final answer? And D is correct. Only 3 questions left. Are you ready for the $35 question? Okay. If your friend is being abused and wants to stay in the relationship, you should A, tell her she's wrong to stay, B, don't tell her she's wrong to stay, C, tell others her secret, or D, be supportive.
A.
Final answer? I'm sorry, it's D. You should be supportive of your friend. It may be difficult for her to make that decision. Okay? However, you do have $25, Monica. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Bernie.
I was afraid of this.
Okay, next contestant is Bernie Benoit. Bernie, you're aware that you can win up to $50. Questions start at $1 and we work our way up. You have 2 lifelines. You can phone a friend or have 50-50. Are you ready for the first question? In the nursery rhyme, Rockabye Baby, what happens to the baby? A, the baby was sexually abused. B, the baby falls from the tree. C, the baby drinks his or her milk. Or D, the baby runs away.
B.
Final answer?
Yeah.
That is correct. When the bough breaks. Okay, the $5 question. What happened to Romeo and Juliet? A, they got divorced. B, they had 3 children. C, they committed suicide. Or D, they were robbed.
I don't know what else I see.
C?
Yeah.
Final answer? That is correct. And we'll make sure that you study Shakespeare in the next little while. Okay, the $10 question, which is important because if you get that, you can't go home with any less. If your friend is abusing his partner, you should A, still laugh at his jokes that make fun of women. B, avoid talking about the consequences of his violence. C, drop him as a friend. Or D, challenge his stereotypes and put downs of women.
Read question again, please.
If your friend is abusing his partner, you should A, still laugh at his jokes that make fun of women. B, avoid talking about the consequences of his violence. C, drop him as a friend. Or D, challenge his stereotypes and put downs of women.
I don't know, I got a phone friend.
Phone a friend, and who's your friend?
Miss Pink brought an old number. Someone else?
Do we have a
1284?
1284.
Hello, Gillette's Motel.
Is Miss Pink there, please?
Just 1 second, please.
Obviously, Miss Pink is moved, but she's still a friend.
You come on in here, Doris. Hello.
Hi, Miss Pink. It's Ron Caldwell again.
Hi, how you doing?
Not too bad. I have Bernie Benoit with me here.
Yes.
He's on the $10 question.
$10 question.
$10 question.
Okay.
If your friend is abusing his partner, you should A, still laugh at his jokes that make fun of women, B, avoid talking about the consequence of his violence, C, drop him as a friend, or D, challenge his stereotypes and put-downs of women.
Challenge the stereotypes and put-downs of women.
Okay, you're sure of that one?
Well, you certainly don't laugh at his jokes anymore, and
No.
you don't avoid talking about the consequences. So I can't remember what the other one was, but those two don't work.
Okay, so D is your answer?
That one challenges stereotypes.
Time's up.
Yeah, I think she's right there. Well, I don't know, but I can go with D.
Final answer?
Yeah.
That is correct. You should challenge his stereotypes. Dropping him as a friend may come as an option later if it doesn't work, but you should try to help him out. Okay, $15 question, and you're guaranteed to go home with 10, Bernie. So, most offenders of child abuse are A, acquaintances, B, strangers, C, convicts, or D, ex-convicts.
Well, I don't think it's C and D. I don't know about A and B, but I'm guess B.
B? No, I'm sorry, it's A, acquaintances.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, thank you, Bernie. You get $10. And that's
We're going to do one more, because the first one only had one question mark,
okay.
so we can fix that.
Okay, our next contestant is
Michael Green.
Michael Green. Okay, Michael, a chance to win $50. We'll start off with the $1 question. In the show The Simpsons, don't put that too far away, sorry. I got to read it too. In the show The Simpsons, what type of abuse is seen? A, verbal abuse, B, emotional abuse, C, substance abuse, or D, all of the above?
Me.
Take your time, think about it there, Michael, or you got your 2 lifelines, you can use them.
D, what?
D, final answer?
Yeah.
And D is correct. Just make sure we got the same ones. Yes, okay. Next question is worth $5. Physical neglect includes such things as A, not supplying proper food, B, not supplying general care, C, not supplying clothing, or D, all of the above. What would you like to do, Michael? Use your lifelines, or you got an answer for me?
Oh no, it's hot here.
You should have a suit on. That's why they call it the hot seat.
It's hot already. Give us 50-50.
Okay. Physical neglect includes such things as C, not supplying clothing, or D, all of the above.
D.
Final answer?
Yeah.
And that is right. Okay, you got 1 lifeline left. The next question is worth $10. If you get that, you can't go home with any less. Sexual harassment at the workplace includes A, unwanted touching, B, sexual jokes, C, sexual advances, or D, all of the above.
D.
Final answer?
Yeah.
And D is correct. It does include all of those. The $15 question. Now you've got $10. You're guaranteed to go home with that. Which of the following is not experienced by a victim of emotional abuse? Emphasis on not experienced. A, verbal battering. B, social isolation. C, feelings of powerlessness. Or D, feelings of power.
Oh, man. I'm not even reading this right. Read it. Can you read it?
Which of the following is not experienced by a victim of emotional abuse? A, verbal battering. B, social isolation. C, feelings of powerlessness. Or D, feelings of power.
Oh, D.
Final answer?
Yeah.
That is correct. You've now $15, Michael. Next question is worth $20. Who is more likely to imitate television violence and crime? A, a preschooler. B, an adolescent who doubts the reality of television. C, an adolescent who fantasizes about aggressive, heroic themes. Or D, an adult who watches realistic crime dramas. You have your phone a friend lifeline left?
Yeah, use phone.
And who's that?
Miss Pink.
Miss Pink.
1284.
Good evening, Joyce Motel.
Yes, is Miss Pink there, please?
Just 1 second, please.
I think we may have to charge Gillette's for advertising.
Hello. Hello.
Miss Pink.
Yes.
Michael Green this time.
Okay.
Are you ready for your question?
I'm as ready as I'm going to be.
Okay.
How am I doing? Can you tell me?
No, not yet. You'll see it on TV.
Okay.
Okay, who is more likely to imitate television violence and crime? A, a preschooler. B, an adolescent who doubts the reality of television. C, an adolescent who fantasizes about aggressive, heroic themes. Or D, an adult who watches realistic crime dramas.
Oh, God. I have no idea. I would say, read B again, quick.
B, an adolescent who doubts the reality of television.
Oh, gee. I'd go B or C, but I don't know. Tell Michael he's on his own. B or C, but I don't know. It really is a...
You're on your own, Michael.
Yes. It's a guess.
Time's up. You have $15. If you get this run wrong, you'll go back to 10. If you get it right, you'll be going to 25, where you can't go home with any less. So
I need 20.
You're all out of lifelines.
Oh.
She says it's either B or C.
I knew that.
Read it, talk it out, think about it.
Let's go with C.
C, final answer? And C is correct. The next question is worth $25. Okay, you can't, if you get this one right, you can't leave with any less than that. Most sexual assaults are from A, strangers, B, people we know, C, both of the above, or D, neither of the above.
Most, right?
Most.
B or C.
Lifelines are all used up.
B, people we know.
Final answer? Yeah. And that is correct. Guaranteed to leave with 25, Michael. Okay, the next question is worth $30. Girls increase their risk of being raped by A, wearing sexy clothing, B, being sexually active, C, both A and B, or D, neither of the above.
C.
Final answer?
Yes.
Sorry, it's none of the above. But you have $25 to go home with, Michael. Congratulations. Okay, I'd like to let you know who the winners were for tonight. Julia Benoit won $30. Corey Symes, Billy Courtney, Monica Bowles, and Michael Green each won $25. Mark Durnford, Victor Benoit, Tyler Dominy, and Bernie Benoit each won $10. And Shane Walsh, Kristen Bagg, Adam Melbourne, Glenn Tucker, and Belinda Vatcher were also contestants, and we'd like to thank all of the contestants from the Help Committee for their assistance tonight. There's special thanks to Valerie Sims Anderson and Shannon Skinner for helping with the questions. To Ada Vatcher and Trudy McDonald for organizing the show for tonight. And just remember, ladies and gentlemen, the important thing about tonight was the awareness of violence and hopefully what we can do to end it in the future. Thank you.